Hello everyone, it's the 15th of March and I'm back with my first update of the month. I hope everyone is keeping well at the moment. It started to rain here, so light's gone a bit funny. But here we are. We have 2 page finishes on Eternal Promise, and this is the bottom corner, so I now have 3 corners. Which is nice feeling, because that means there's just one more to go over here and all this space in between. So I finished this page yesterday afternoon. I didn't bother going on to start the next one. It's going to be a tough goal to get the 2 pages done each month. This bit especially is very heavy confetti. I mean, the border's not too friendly itself. Oh, let's go the wrong way. There we go. The border can be a bit confetti rich, but these flowers in here, they're a nightmare. So I've got these bits where, zoom back out again, there's the rest of the cloak, which is, it'll be this page, be some on this page, but as you can see, the rest of it is going to be this flower strewn forest floor with lots and lots of colour changes. There's so many colours. Assuming you can probably get an idea, there's so many colours in each of those flowers. Of course, they don't look much when you so I struggle focusing. It doesn't make much sense when you're that close to it. Go the wrong way. But when you zoom out, you start to see, oh yeah, it's flowers. Oh yeah, all the colours merge and form a nice little flower, and they make sense. I'm going to check this stitch here, because that looks a bit dark. That one there, I'm not sure that's right. It looks a bit lumpy anyway, so I might need to fix it. So I'll double check that. But for now, because it's a 31-day month, I am switching over to Muka for 3 days. Well, one rest of today and 2 evenings after work. And then that will take us into the last 2 full weeks of the month, which is a little light reading and a stitching time. Again, I want to get that page finished on a stitching time. But I'm about 18,000 stitches in my 20,020 challenge on this one for the full coverage fanatics. So obviously next month I'm going to get that finished. I'm going to see how many 20,000 stitches I can get done. That'll be interesting to see how many times I can do 20,000 stitches in 2020. And then I think I'm on my 3rd tier of the National Parks Challenge. I can't remember if I completed tier 2 yet, or if that's got a project where I'm only partially through the 4,000 stitches. I think that might be the case. So I'll update that during this month's worth of updates as and when I get them done. So that's it for now. I'm off to spend the rest of the Sunday stitching. Bye for now. Hello, it's the 25th of March and I've been working from home for a week now, and we've been obeying all the rules and staying indoors. I don't mind it because I'm an introvert personality type, so I don't need constant interaction with other people, but I'm still getting that because we're doing like meetings online and stuff, and still lots of work going on, so So I don't have like loads of extra time for stitching, just the time when I'd be travelling to and from work. And now, like, takes me 30 seconds, less than that, to get it just from one room to another, and then sorting stuff out. So, it's going well, and I'm getting a little bit extra sewing time. So, I have been spending the last week on a little light reading, and I'm stitching it in so diagonal pages. I did that one, then that and that one. So now I'm on the third diagonal of pages. So it was to break up this because the top is kind of pretty much just this. Boring. Very, very boring. I don't like stitching blocks of colour, but I really don't like stitching blocks of light colour. It's harder to see what you're doing. So, yay. Getting towards the bottom of the page. So, didn't quite manage that this week, although I got a page in a week, even though it's large format. What was it, 6 days? So that's fine. I got a lot done still. I think I did over 3,000 stitches, so that's enough for me, especially with that. I'm so ready to switch. So tonight I shall be switching over and doing a stitch in time. Hopefully finishing off the page that I was working on. That'll probably take me most of the week, knowing that one. It's the opposite of this. That one's just like stitch a couple of colours, a couple of stitches in that colour, change colour. So I'm looking forward to it though. It's nice to have that as a break from this, and it's bright colours, so it's kind of, I like to switch between different types. So if I've been stitching this, which is all light, it's nice to then go on to something where the colours are bolder. And I think that's where I'm getting a bit fed up. I don't know, fed up's not quite the right word, but I'm getting to the end of it with Eternal Promise, because the colours, there's 80 plus colours in there, but it just feels like I'm using the same 5 or 6 colours all the time. At the moment it's like predominantly those greys and browns, so I need colour. So that's where I am with that one. I'm getting to the end though. I have finished my morning stitch, but I haven't got that down here with me. I'll show that when I do an update on Death by Cross Stitch, which I'll film at the weekend because it's the last weekend of the month. The clocks change for us here in the UK on Sunday. So it'd be lighter evenings, which is nice, but you can't go out. I'm not going out. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk getting myself ill or then passing that on to other people. It's not fair. So I'm going to stay at home and stitch and work during the working week. So yeah, so I finished my XYZ Sampler house. So that's the Sampler house series finished. So next I need to make some time in my busy schedule to make those up into pillows. And I have got the next piece. I spun the wheel and got the next piece where I need to edge the fabric and I need to iron the fabric. That's going to be Pig Pin Keep by Stacey Nash Primitives. Pigs. Pins. Nice. I'm also working on Needle and Thread by Brenda Gervais. So I will show that soon as well. I'm trying to stitch my way through loads and loads of green grass at the moment. And so when I have the iron out to iron my fabric, I'll iron that. It's so creased and crumpled at the moment. You won't be able to see it well. Aside from that, I have got a new start lined up. Hopefully by the end of the month I'll show you. patterns upstairs, so I'll show you that as well when we're up. And I'm up showing you Death by Cross Stitch, so it should be probably in the next clip. So yeah, I'll see you all shortly. Big couple of blinks for you. Bye for now. Hello again. It's now Sunday the 29th of March, and it's quite a blustery day out there, even though it's quite nice and sunny, but the wind's a bit gusty, which you might hear. So, this is XYZ House, and that is completed. So, I was working on this, it was my half hour in the morning project, until we got sent to work from home, and then it became my, I don't quite spend an hour on it, it was more, kind of more 45 minutes, probably nearly an hour. Anyway, it was my morning project before I stepped through into the other room to get on with my work. So this series, it's the ABC Sampler House series from Country Cottage Needleworks, Little House Needleworks, one of the two. Little House, I think. Yeah, Little House Needleworks. I didn't have a bit of paper with me. And this is the last one, so I've got bees, beehive there. I think they're flowers, I can't tell. I think they're flowers rather than chickens. And the lady in the house. So next I have to sort out getting them made into little pillows, a whole series of them. I don't know when it's going to be. I want to do it soon, but I want to get my craft room finished, which I can't do yet because I'm still waiting for a window to be replaced, and who knows how long that's going to be now. So I'm thinking that I might temporarily sort out my craft space, some more, this room, the bigger room, and get things sorted out and switched around, and at that point I'll start putting out little decorations, so I want to get them finished. I've got some backing fabric for them. I've also got my Happy Life pincushion that I still need to get stitched up. So do it all in one sitting maybe at some point in a weekend or two. The reason why I'm not getting it done is because I'm still spending my weekends on this. And this is Death by Cross Stitch by Long Dog Samplers. Oh. I'm assisting it with light, so it's not very great to see it. So, this is page 11. Yeah, page 11. And so the top of it, I got a little guy there. Apparently he's called a figment. And so that's like the top bit done there. I'm not sure if it's a fly or a wasp. I think it's a fly. I suppose it goes with Death by Cross Stitch. So what I'm working on now is this block down here. It's got the owls on either side of a basket of flowers. So it's a negative block. So there's a lot more stitching involved, because rather than stitching the flowers, you're leaving the flowers blank. There's a border to go around it, and this border to come down, bring the acorns and these flowers down. I think it's probably one more acorn to do on this page. And then there's some more bits over here. So hopefully be getting that finished in the next weekend or so. But I mean, this is where I am for the end of March. So there's one more page to go on the end there, which is like the other side of this. And then what I've also been working on, because we're kind of getting to the end of the month now, so wrapping up some of the things that I'm not going to be stitching on anymore this month. And this is Faces of Fairy number 185. I put it into the big Q-snaps. These aren't the, these are the R&R ones rather than Q-snaps. So I just don't get as good tension on them because they've got a funny bit at the corner. But it's enough for doing this. This is on 18 count, easy count. So the gloss is a bit bigger, so the finished picture is going to be bigger. Where have I been working? So I put it onto the bigger Q-snap so I could work all the way across. So this is the entire width of the picture. And so then I'm bringing it down, do my usual, come down 10 rows at a time, so one block. And finish off thread where I can, just follow the colours. Mostly obviously black, lots of block of black, and then we're getting into some of these shades which is the dark shades of skin colour. So I've got a little bit more to finish off just there on this 10 rows, and then because I've already done it over here, I was working on a smaller Q-snap, but I actually found that quite frustrating. I think it's difficult to work on a smaller Q-snap when you're used to working on scroll bars, because you've got so much space available to you. You can go where you want easier without having to faffle things around so much. So I put it on so I could go across the entire width and then just kind of work it down. So yeah, I've got, how many have I got? So I've got 5 blocks completed, so I can come down some more on this side, and then yeah, I'll just be working across. So yeah, it's a face. So there's big blocks of colour on a face. There'll be loads of confetti in the eyes. There always is. That's why they look so pretty. But on the whole, the faces of fairies, they're quite nice and straightforward and simple ones to do. So, and this Face Fairy series, the artist is Jasmine Beckett Griffith, and they're on Heaven and Earth Designs website. So I think that'll be it for now. I haven't got needle and thread ready to show you, but I'll do that when I do my last update video, which will include a stitch in time, which I'm currently working on. So I'll be back for me in a couple of days, for you in a blink of a swap over, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Hello, it's the 1st of April, and this is where I got to at the end of the month for a stitch in time and another small one that I've been working on. So I thought I'd start with stitch in time, obviously, and I finished this page 46, this one here, clock on the mantelpiece, some little flowers on the book there that kind of come from the next page. I've also dipped down into page 56 quite a lot, just to follow the colours. So it took a while to get through this page. There's a lot more confetti on it than I was expecting. I was expecting it in that clock. Not so much the fireplace. The fireplace wasn't too bad, but those books had a lot more in than I was expecting. I think because of that tree there that's coming in. On the page adjacent to that, the tree's got an owl sitting in it, which would be nice to get to. So I finished the page Saturday, and span my decisions app, and that picked, I was kind of hoping it picked page 56, I'll just carry on down, but no, it picked page 4 all the way back up to the top. And it's nice to get this page in, because once this page is done, that then gives me the option of page 3 next to it or page 14 underneath it. so I can kind of start a new column. So this one page gives me an option for 2 other pages. So it's taken me 3 evenings to do that bit. I did do a stitch with me video where I was stitching it and I was working on this flower here, and while I was stitching it I was thinking this is just going to be a video of me flipping backwards and forwards. So I stitched 2 stitches with this colour, stitched 3 stitches with this colour, and it was just backwards and forwards. It was painful. I've noticed that I've got it folded up so I can get through it, but these, like the shelves that are divided in each of the sections, they are horrendous. Just so many fiddly bits. And it's these pink flowers, like those ones. You've got similar over here. This is actually going to be a scene of a room, and I think I just get the top of a lady stitching in it. So it'd be nice to have another little lady on there. Also, what I have been working on, because I get longer at home in the mornings because I'm not travelling to work at the moment, I've been working on needle and thread, and I'm not sure if I've showed you this one before. This is, although it looks like it should be called Sew a Needle Pulling Thread, it's actually called Needle and Thread, and it's by Brenda Gervais. I started it I can't remember exactly when I started it, and I was working on the acres of dress. I mean, how useful to have a dress that doubles as a sewing shelf. As long as you don't kind of knock things off as you walk. But yeah, you can store your supplies on there. I think it's the must-have accessory. I'm surprised she hasn't got anything on her hat. There's space. She could have put another tomato on her hat. So I've been working on this, and I was on the grass, and I posted on Instagram, posted my progress on it, and said, I'm going to need a plan for dealing with all this grass. The plan wasn't to be locked in for several weeks. Well, not locked in. You know, you can still go out for a walk once a day. But yeah, it's working from home. All this done. It's really good. So I think actually I've nearly finished it, because you can see that flower, that plant there. So I've kind of got to bring that up the other side. There's some more of these like star bits to go at the top. A couple of sprinkly bits you can't see, and then I've got to work out what I'm going to do about buttons, because I do not have a supply of old buttons. And that's what's meant to go on here, stitch buttons on those bits. But yeah, next time you see this, it will be finished. I do have several more. This was my hashtag that Quirks and Stitches did, called hashtag Stay at Home and Finish Your Whips sale on Instagram. So I was doing that, and I nearly finished this one. The other whips I've got are the full coverage pieces. I'd have to stay home a very, very long time to do those, and I don't want to stay at home that long. I don't mind working from home, but I want to go out. So I'm going to have 3 new starts in April. It's my birthday month. It's not going to be a very exciting birthday because of times. So I've got 3 starts lined up, and I'll show you as I reach them, because I don't have all the bits handy. Just been trying to iron fabric. Can we have some kind of crusade that creases are in, because ironing, boring. And she's going to get creased again because I've got to put it back in the Q-snaps. So anyway, that's it for me. Please everyone, just stay safe, do what you have to do to stay safe in these times, and just be kind to everyone, especially the people that can't sit at home and stay safe. Those people that have to go out, people looking after other people, doing their bit to be nice, and having to deal with some not so nice folks. People in retail, They've got to get on with their job so that we can all eat. So, yeah, it's awkward, isn't it? It feels a bit daunting. It feels like a proper full coverage piece. You know, we keep at it with one stitch at a time, each stitch another stitch further forward. We'll stay in each day at a time, each day in one day further forward, until we can get this all sorted out, and then we can go out and spend lots of money buying new stash, because we're going to be using it. This is why we collect it, so that we'll have nothing to run short of. Crafters don't get bored. So, I'll see you soon. Hopefully April will be a happier time. It's my birthday. I'm going to have a birthday month. I usually stretch it out to a week. I'm going for a month this time. So, see you soon. Bye bye.